Hello everybody and welcome to the kickoff event for the Fall 2020 VMC show. Obviously with COVID-19 we weren't able to get together in person in Kansas City like we usually do, but because of the success of the virtual innovation showcase, VMC has taken their fall show online as well. I have a full slate of guests that are going to join me this afternoon. We're going to talk through everything that you can expect to find in the show. We're going to show you how the website works. We're going to talk about some prizes. There's just so much great information. And more importantly, there's so much great deals. You're going to want to buy so much stuff that your customers are going to love. It's going to drive just tons of business. I'm talking to people from VMC. I'm talking to category managers. We're going to have all the information that you're going to need to set you up with everything that you need to know for the show. So without any further ado, I'm joined by Anna Mancini. Anna, what do you want to tell people as we get started with this show?
I am very excited to welcome all of our members to the virtual platform. I miss seeing you all in person. For the first time in VMC's history, this show is going to be virtual and not in person. Last August, we celebrated together 50th VMC show, and now we're going to be celebrating the first inaugural VMC virtual show. I encourage you all to register for the show, to visit the platform. It is very, very user-friendly. The team worked extra hard to create something in a short amount of time, so you, our members, can benefit from learning all about the great promotions, programs, initiatives, take advantage of our great deals. So I encourage you and your teammates to log in, register, and explore the platform.
Well, you've done 50 shows in person, so it probably makes sense to try something new. You've definitely gotten the in-person shows down, so moving to a virtual format makes a lot of sense, I think. But before we get too far, we have a welcome message from Dave Sutton. Please, everybody, enjoy.
Hello, I'm Dave Sutton, President of VMC. To ensure the safety and health of our retailers, exhibitors, and staff, VMC made the decision to move the Fall 2020 VMC show from the Overland Park Convention Center to your computer. As important as trade shows are to our retailers, vendors, and teammates, we wanted to continue to offer you this valuable event just in a virtual format. You'll have the opportunity to see new products and initiatives and take advantage of deep show deals, as well as connect with vendors, the VMC team, and other retailers. There's so much to see and learn and experience. I'd like to welcome you to the VMC Fall 2020 virtual show. Now, here are a few highlights at the show that you won't want to miss. First, our WOW deals. These were formerly known as Compete or ESPs and have now been combined into WOW deals. New this year, with the addition of WOW, discounts will be offered off invoice and proof of performance will not be required, so you can focus on taking care of your customers during these unprecedented times. Within the new item showcase, we have hot deals up to 50% off on brand new items. We'll also be introducing a new analgesics planogram, and sign-up is due August 7th. Don't miss your last chance to sign up for the FemCare and Sports Nutrition initiatives from the February show. Plus, we're also introducing a new and timely cough, cold, and COVID opportunities. Within specialty food, baking and plant-based foods have skyrocketed. We have tons of great deals to save for the key holiday selling season. Also, GM Reimagined. The COVID crisis has people spending more time at home, whether it be cooking, entertaining, or playing. Let's surprise and delight them with new GM items to add to their carts. By utilizing GM Reimagined, retailers can target new customers and become a destination for unique seasonal offerings that increase sales through impulse items. Also, don't miss out on our new monthly GM end cap assortment. For spring, summer, seasonal, we have over 400 new items this year, with expanded offerings in grills, umbrellas, patio sets, and outdoor decor. Don't forget to check out the summer seasonal buy-down list for great deals. Choose Wellness. This program is growing and is your opportunity to have a complete health and wellness program in your store for free. This is a great way to communicate to your customers all the ways your store promotes healthy lifestyles. The VMC Market is back. Within the market, VMC allows you to meet new vendors with new trendy products. Though you won't be walking the aisles of the booths at the Overland Park Convention Center, you can still experience the highlights of the show and vendor specifics via virtual booths. Each virtual booth offers company profiles, show deals, and marketing initiatives. Each virtual booth will have a request for more information button. All you have to do is click on the button to let the vendor know of your interest and request samples and so much more. Special thanks to our vendors who quickly provided this content and supported our move to a virtual show. One of the best parts of our show, there's no travel time, and you can invite your entire team to participate in the show. We encourage you to share the show website with your entire category team. The show website will go live July 31st through August the 21st. Normal show dates are August 4th through the 6th. Thank you for joining us online and enjoy the show.
Back with Anna Mancini, we're continuing our conversation about the Fall VMC show. Anna, what are some of the things that you want to highlight to the members?
So some of the highlights of the virtual show are, first, I want to highlight the great deals. If there's one area of the show you guys go and explore the wow deals. Those are the deepest deals of the show. The team worked extra hard to put together the best of the best. Those are items that your customers will know. You can compete with Costco, the national chains, the Walmart, and make good promotional margins. There's many deals that we're so proud of, and you can definitely be competitive and show your customers that you're in the HBC and GM and specialty foods business. So another area of the show I want to highlight is the new item showcase. Even though we're not going to have in-person new item showcase, the team did a good job soliciting and highlighting innovation, new items from our key vendor partners. So definitely look at new items. New items and innovation are what keeps customers loyal, and they keep coming to your stores and look for some of those items. So definitely check new item showcase. And another area of innovation is the VMC Market. Those are brand new vendors to VMC and our members. So check out the VMC Market for some of those new emerging brands.
Well, obviously, since we're virtual because of COVID-19, we can't continue on without mentioning it. Tell me what VMC is doing in relation to COVID-19.
That's a good question, Sean. So one of the areas we wanted to really highlight for our members and make it easier to navigate is the cough, cold, and COVID section. So we segregated those offers and those relevant items into one area of the showcase where you can click and find all that information. A couple of areas that we approached is, one is more about cough, cold prevention, OTC medications that are relevant as we're entering into this, what's going to be a very busy cough and cold and flu season. But we also have PPE area, so anything to do with soaps, sanitizers, masks, things that people will be looking for. We have PPE planograms, we have sanitizer planograms, and all those items will be available to our members coming this fall.
Obviously, the sales team has been working really hard. These deals are amazing, Anna. But what are some of the things that the sales team is doing differently for this show?
The VMC sales team is adjusting to this new normal. We continue to engage with our members. We continue to meet with our members where that is, possible, or we're moving on to virtual platforms and virtual meetings with some of our customers. I think the virtual show is going to be a great platform for all of us to use, the sales team, our members, and really learn about all the trends, the great offers, things that can prepare us for this upcoming holiday season.
Anna, thank you very much. And before we get too much farther into the show, let's talk to you about how the website works. We have a great tutorial video. Here it is now.
Welcome to the VMC 2020 virtual show website. Here I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to navigate the site. We'll start here. If you're looking at my screen, you'll see the homepage. This is what you'll get when you click directly from your email that notified you about the site, or if you go to awgshows.com. If you're logged into the Innovation Showcase, you'll just want to go to Show Selector and be sure to select the VMC 2020 show. So you may see this when you log in. Go ahead and come to the VMC 2020 virtual show. Here on the homepage, you'll see our welcome image. You can click here and go straight to the virtual show, but I recommend that you scroll down first. Check out the welcome video from Dave, our president. Click here for your show checklist. These are the things that are essential that you'll really want to see. And then here's the navigation tutorial, which is the video you're seeing right now, if you ever need to come back and have a review of it. You can also scroll down and click for the complete show files. And here's your reminder, orders are due 8/21/20. And then for some things like the new item showcase, you can order online through web sales. So we have that link there for you. Our help desk is available in case you have any questions that aren't answered in the tutorial here. You can call us or email us. A huge thank you to our Diamond and our Platinum sponsors and all of our vendors who made this website possible. So we're going to scroll back up. If you have registered for the show, you're good to click here and get started. If you haven't, go ahead and click on this register button. If you're a first-time user, you'll want to click here and create your account. If you have already created an account maybe for AWG Showcase or a past show, you can sign in with that. So I have already been in here, so I'm going to go ahead and sign on in. And then this is what you'll see if you've already signed in and you're in the account, your account dashboard. So from here, you can go to the show floor. This is an interactive show floor that allows you to click around and visit the different departments. So if you want to go see clearly organic things, you can just go here. If you want to go see spring, summer, seasonal, you can go here. So this is totally interactive and allows you to scroll to what's most important to you. In addition, you can go see our vendors. So our vendor pages are searchable either by vendor name, or you can switch to broker. You can also switch to categories like departments or those that have wow deals or are in the new item showcase, that kind of thing. So let's say I want to search for natural organic specialty food. I'll click that and it'll change to all of the natural, organic, and specialty food vendors. You can scroll through all of these, see who's in the new item showcase, see who has a wow deal. Each page gives you a little snippet on the brand, their website, that kind of thing, tells you which departments they're in. And then you can go ahead and click directly on a vendor to learn more about them. Some of them have videos like you see with Amy's here. Others will have presentations that you can click on there. So this is their featured content, and they'll be different for each page. Also on each page you'll see the website to the brand's website in case you want to learn more about them, the departments that they are in, and then the vendor and broker contact. Below the featured content, you'll see brand highlights. For Amy's, they listed their top products they want you to see. Some have other information about their brand, about the items they have in the show, important things that they want you to know. And then some may have some other content down here, but they'll also always have show item information. And this is a quick glance of the top items, displays that they have in the show and that they want you to see. And then all of our vendors have this request information button here. So if you would like to talk more with Amy's Kitchen or any of our vendors, you just click that button and you can let them know if you want to receive samples, if you want promotional funding opportunities, or if you just want more information, you want to talk with them. You can leave them a little note, type it in, submit the form, and it'll go straight to the vendor and broker contact there. Next, really important, you'll want to check out all of our department pages. So we have our 3 main departments here: seasonal, we have our wow deals and our new item showcase, VMC market, those are our new trending vendors with great items, our new cough, cold, and COVID, choose wellness, dollar, the pharmacy, promotions, and then our private labels. So let's say we go in here to general merchandise. Each department will have highlights that are important for the show and your key contacts in case you want to talk to the category managers or the people in charge of that department. You can also go directly back to the vendors if you want to just look at the GM vendors, for instance. And then each department has their main highlights. Definitely want to check out the main highlights for each department. And here you'll have a presentation that'll go through the most important things for the show, maybe new planograms, anything like that, sales trends, very important things. There's also links to all of the wow deals in each department. Those are something you'll definitely want to check out. You can click directly to the order form or to the booklet that gives you a preview of all of the deals within that department, that wow deal department. So this is something that you can download, print, or just download and save on your computer. And then you can click directly for the order form for that as well in the wow booklet. Also, each department will have the new item showcase. So just like our wow booklet, we made one for new item showcase. So you can print this off if you'd like, and then you can order directly via InTouch for a new item showcase. We made that as easy as we could for you. So that is the whole show. There's so much to explore, so much information. Feel free to watch this video as often as you want, or go back to that homepage and contact us if you have any questions. Key contacts are on every page. So we hope you enjoy the show, and thank you for watching.
Hopefully now you feel a little bit more comfortable using the show website. If you registered for the Virtual Innovation Showcase, this VMC show's website functions the exact same way, so you should be a pro at it already. To talk a little bit more about the show itself, I have Greg Oldright. Greg, how is this show set up differently compared to ones in the past?
It was, and to call this a unique and challenging show to set up would be an understatement. Generally at the time that the COVID panic hit would be when we would be meeting with vendors weekly, we'd be setting up show infrastructure weekly, but that all changed. That's something we could not do in person any longer. But through technology, we were actually able to overcome those challenges and build a robust program that we think has everything that all our shows have had. Those learnings that we interacted with our vendors also helped us create this show and understand how do we bring a show to life to our retailers. As with shows in the past, we still have a great, robust sales program with the WOW program. We have a new item showcase. We have emphasis on new areas such as cough, cold, and COVID. So some of those new areas where people are going to want to really impact their sales at the store and build programs that they know consumers are going to be looking for.
What are some of the new elements that have been incorporated into this year's show?
Well, one of the big ones, like we just talked about, is the cough, cold, and COVID. We haven't done that in the past and take care of our customers that way. But also in general, our WOW program. We've had different challenges and changes with our top deal levels. But this time we took the WOW program, we took out the performance element, which was requested by our retailers, and now we have one of, I think, the strongest sales driving programs out there.
I think one of the things that we saw during the Virtual Innovation Showcase that was so great was that because it's online, it's such a lower barrier to entry for everyone. Instead of just the top owners coming to the show, now it's open to the whole staff.
Absolutely. Everybody's fear was that if you didn't have the physical show and you weren't having people on the floor, that you would have a sales decrease or you have a sales impact. I think it's going to be totally opposite. I think they're going to be much more in tune, much more engaged. They get to do it on their time, on their schedule. And I think that'll give them the time, and they can build it around their teams. They can utilize their store category teams and build even a bigger program.
How have the current market conditions impacted what's being offered at this show?
Well, the whole COVID pandemic really caused changes in consumer behavior. So entertainment became something you did at home. So that really is driving GM Reimagine sales. That's driving GM backyard items, grilling items, barbecue items. And then that leads over to specialty foods. Specialty foods now has become the foods that you would go to the restaurant for. But now the consumers are buying those at the grocery stores and they're making restaurant quality food at home.
Next up, I'm joined by Jenny Gansman. We're going to talk all about the deals going on here at the VMC Fall Show. Jenny, just tell me a little bit about the promotions.
Sure. So we continue to work with our vendor partners to create great programs so that our retailers can continue to capture their HBW consumer. So we offer buy 5, save 5 programs. So basically, if the customer buys 5 items, then they'll get an additional $5 off. So we've got some great promotions with key brands including Unilever, J&J, Kimberly-Clark, Colgate, and more.
Jenny, what are win caps?
Yeah, so that's kind of a fun little name we have for our HBW NCAP program. So what we've done is, again, we work with our top vendor partners and create NCAPs that will drive consumers down the aisle. So basically, most of the discounts are usually at least 20% is what we try to do. And then that way they can promote at or below Walmart retailers and really show your customers the great deals that we offer.
Next up, I'm joined by Kara Mahan to talk about the Choose Wellness program. Kara, it's been about a year since the Choose Wellness program was launched. Can you tell people about it for anyone that doesn't know or hasn't heard of it?
Absolutely. So Choose Wellness is a free wellness program for stores of any size. And we've gotten probably about 250 stores on the program, and so far it's been very successful. There's 3 components. There's the in-store signage, online components, so digital media, website, that kind of thing, and then also events, so in-store events. And it's a total package, so retailers can sign up for free. It's totally free. All aspects of the program are, and really market wellness in their stores. And we've got a pharmacist on our team, we've got a registered dietitian, so it's really great, rich wellness content that they can use.
I would think, given the global situation, wellness is at the top of everybody's mind right now.
Absolutely. Wellness is growing not only because of COVID, but as a trend in general. People want to take care of themselves. Self-care was a rising trend before COVID, and now it's even more so. So it's definitely something that we've seen a lot of attention come to.
As you saw earlier in the show, Kara made a tutorial video about how to use the website to find out everything you need to know about the show, and anyone that participated in the Virtual Innovation Showcase also probably remembers the leaderboard. And the leaderboard is back for the VMC show. Kara, why don't you tell us a little bit about how people can earn prizes and climb up the ranks?
Absolutely. So we have just launched our leaderboard, and retailers can get points for visiting the different pages of our show. So if you visit a vendor page, you get 5 points, and we have over 300 vendors to visit. And if you visit our department pages, you get 10 points. So those will add up, and then our top retailers on the leaderboard will be put into a drawing for some great prizes at the end of the show.
Now I'm joined by Gary Boyle. We're going to talk supply chain. Gary, I know that with everything going on with COVID-19, there's been some issues, candidly, about with the supply chain. What effects has the COVID-19 pandemic had on our supply chain?
Well, with all the sophisticated software that these vendors have, with all the AI that they've put in, nobody was ready for a pandemic such as this. So the safety stock that all these vendors had built up was moved out of the system pretty quickly. We had good sales at first, and then there was a bit of a lull as they tried to ramp up their production. But production has been affected, ingredients have been affected, traffic has been affected, anything that you can name with the supply chain has been affected by this because the demand is just far more than the supply.
How has VMC adjusted their buying procedures during this time?
Since we really didn't have any idea that this was going to happen, our safety stock was depleted fairly quickly also. And we usually keep a little bit heavier safety stock than most. What we tried to do was identify very quickly what were the best-selling items, what was the demand that people wanted immediately, and we ramped up from having normally a 5 or 6 week supply on hand to, in some cases, 12 to 15 weeks. And got our orders out there as quickly as possible, brought in truckloads whenever possible. When we found that items were not going to be available, we went and found other vendors so that we could replace those items as quickly as possible. It mainly affected health and beauty care, mostly. A lot of those items people wanted because they felt that if the pandemic was going to hit them or their family or whatever, they needed to have medicines on hand. They needed hand sanitizers. They needed liquid hand soap, right on down the line. Those were some of the hardest hit areas.
Yeah. Just as I've been in the stores lately, it seems like stores are doing a better job of keeping those items on the shelves. So how does that portend to looking ahead into the fall? What can stores and our members expect?
What we have done is taken our history from what we have normally sold during the fall. We have applied the increase on the items that have been affected largely by the pandemic time period and placed that on top of our normal movement in order to ramp up supply for the fall based on what we think might happen. And so we are prepared. It still depends on, do the vendors have the items? Some cases they do, some cases they don't. Right now, our inbound percentage of service level from our vendors is hanging around 83%, about 10 points lower than what it normally is.
And finally, Gary, what advice do you have for AWG members, moving forward into the future?
We place on the portal every week lots of information about what we can get, what we cannot get, what is long-term unavailable, what is a short-term unavailable. Pay a lot of attention to those because it will save you a lot of orders if you will know that you can or cannot get a product.
Thank you, Gary. We're not done yet. We still have more conversations. Later in the show, I'm going to announce what the prizes are for whoever amasses the most points and rises up the leaderboard. So you're definitely going to want to stick around for that. But right now, I'm going to talk to some category managers about what specifics are going on and what you should look for in the show from their categories.
First, we're joined by Stacy, category manager, health and wellness. Stacy, what are some of the top highlights in the show this year?
So with COVID just right around the corner from us, and there's no end in sight on that, Nature's Truth has an elderberry PDQ that is new this year. It is going to be in the WOW program, and it's going to be 40% off. Cliff has a multi-pack quarter pallet that's also going to be 40% off. And then Best Choice, we have a ibuprofen 200 count that's going to be 40% off also. And then in our new item showcase, 50% off, there's going to be Tom's Naturals that is coming out, and NyQuil DayQuil Severe with honey is going to be also in the 50% off. And then we have some more new items. It's going to be in the 10% off. Quest 4-pack, peanut butter cups is going to be one of them. And then one of a fruit bites. And then also this year with COVID, we don't have a whole lot of seasonal bars like we have in the past. We only have 2 shippers this year. One shipper is going to be the Cliff single bars and Think single bars, and that's the only seasonal bars we're going to have this year.
Great. Yeah, that all makes sense. What are some of the top trends you're seeing across the industry?
So the trends that we're going to focus on this year in my area for being the health and wellness will be, we have a big focus on cough and cold and flu for this year. So this year we went out and we did a master promotional plan. We have a master file that has all of the cough and cold and pain items. We called out every show deal that we have, TPR, power buy. And then what we did was we took those items, we made a 4-foot end cap with everything that has a show deal on it. That way you can maximize the sales for the season. And then also you can also find a best choice cough and cold rack program that we have. And then there's also a best choice $4 rack out there. And then the second trend that we're seeing, of course, is COVID. And COVID is not going anywhere. And there are several COVID planograms and end caps that's going to be out there that you'll see in the presentations that you'll see. There's going to be a PPE 4-foot and a power panel planogram. There's a 2-foot and a 4-foot alternative hand sanitizer planogram. And then there's also a back to school COVID PPE from Navajo that will be a power wing and a 2-sided spinner rack that you can get.
And what are the top things that you don't want anyone to miss for the show?
So the two top things that's going to be for my area this year would be the analgesics initiative this year. So analgesics is a $22.1 million category for VMC. So that is very important for the healthcare category. It contributes 8.3% of the overall sales for healthcare. You just need to make sure that your stores sign up by August the 7th. And then they will start setting your stores by August the 31st. And then also at the first of the year, we had an initiative for healthy lifestyle bars and sports nutrition. But with COVID hitting, we were not able to go out and get all the stores set. So we are going to relaunch that. You do have a chance if you did not get your stores set. We're going to give you another chance to be able to sign up. So make sure that your stores that didn't get signed up, you get signed up so that you can get your credit for the initiative on the healthy lifestyle bars and sports nutrition also.
I'm joined by Diana Talick and Sarah Sapp, category managers, beauty and personal care. Welcome, both of you. And
welcome.
Diana, some of your top show highlights you want to share with the members.
Well, I'd start off with the trends for HBW and our personal care. The U.S. food channel is outpacing the total market, and 2/3 of the U.S. market growth from year to date is a 67% growth. On one of the categories that I manage on the oral care, the trends are the multi-packs and the premiums. And the highlight on the consumer behaviors is 60% in quarantine shelter at home, where minus 30% of customers are consolidating their trips. So the buying habits has now been multi-packs, and plus 22% of the consumers are brushing more frequently because of videos like this, and everybody's seeing their faces and their teeth. So everybody is now brushing more than the morning and night or in between lunch. So maybe they're eating more than a day. I like to bring up the other category is skincare. The trend, consumers are shopping grocery stores again for this category, which is very important. The highlight with the pandemic and being quarantined, people are wearing less makeup and now focusing on skincare, which is doing their own facials at home and putting the money where they would spend on their makeup more towards their skin. Another category is the hair care, and the trend on there is more of a premium brand, and it is outpacing the category. On the highlight on the hair care, people are spending more money on their self-care, 60% with treatments and leave-in products, and 11% now with washing. They don't wash every single day, with consumers working from home, they're washing their hair less and using a dry shampoo.
So some highlights and trends to kind of look out for. Natural, organic, more cleaner HBW products. We're definitely still seeing growth in that category. 50% of shoppers actually say they prefer to see the natural product on the shelf in that aisle that you're going to see your national branded, more traditional HBW item. We have a lot of great deals on some natural items such as Tom's, Mrs. Meyer's, 7th Gen, and many more of those. Another category I'd like to hit on is antiperspirant and deodorant. Still continue to grow your core items, but really start to put in your cleaner ingredient, your premium products, and you're going to see a lot of growth with the spray deodorants. And then the last category that I'd like to hit on is shave and grooming. Actually, 34% of shoppers actually have facial hair, so they are spending more on blades and razors. And a lot of we're seeing in men's grooming is a 3% growth, and that really does come from the beard and skincare.
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense. I think a lot of people are getting tired of all of the quarantine beards, probably trying to get rid of them.
Yes.
Yeah. What are a couple of things from each of you that you think our members shouldn't miss from this show?
Well, the key thing I want to point out is the FemCare initiative that was starting during the COVID incident. That the FemCare business is a $3 billion category, and it's the #1 trip to the millennials. So please sign up to get your FemCare section all reset. Another thing for a don't miss is the wow. I want to make sure that everybody is checking out the Dove 6-bar soap display. It's a 64% savings. Walmart every day is at $6.88, and if you go $6.59, you're going to make 58% profit. And a couple other key is the new item showcase, 10 to 50% plus off. Please make sure you guys are checking those items. The new products are more important than ever to shoppers to have in your store, since now everybody is with the shoppers going into your grocery stores. The new Olay Retinol 24 is a 50% off deal that you make 58 to 66% profit. And the new Dove hand sanitizer 2 to 8 ounce sizes is a 10% deal where you're going to make 21 to 24% profit.
Both in the new item showcase, some new deodorant items from the brand Hello. They came out with 3 new innovative scents, aloe, charcoal, and shea butter. And then another one you don't want to miss is a baby wipe from a company called Water Wipes. It's the purest baby wipe out there. It's made of 99.9% water with just a drop of fruit extract. So again, both of those are in the new item showcase, so check them out.
I'm joined by Jennifer Eglin, Category Manager, Natural, Organic, Specialty, and Registered Dietitian, and Jared Orm, Category Manager, Natural, Organic, and Specialty. Jared, what are some of the top highlights of the show for your category?
The biggest one right now because of COVID is going to be the mixers category. Traditionally, a lot of grocery stores, they have right at, a half a 4 foot, maybe a 4 foot section of mixers right now. But because of the bars being closed, because of the restaurants being closed, you have the shift of the consumer, especially in the blogosphere, consumers are becoming their own at-home mixologists. And I'm not necessarily recommending that you go from a 4 foot to an 8 foot or an 8 foot to a 12 foot in the mainstream aisle, but you do want to be cognizant this holiday season to make sure that you've got enough space, end caps, maybe even a pallet. You get the Master Mix at the show here, you visit their booth. They've got actual pallets of mixers that you can drop somewhere to be able to have that full breadth of items to make sure that category is going to be good. And also, ConAgra, they have a lot of really good snacking items at the show. You want to hit their booth. They've got baking items, snacking items. In fact, they have a wow deal, H.K. Anderson peanut butter bites, that is fantastic. So that's a great one. And then you don't want to miss jerkies. Jerkies are hot. You want to have as many shippers of jerkies as you can throughout the entire season. In fact, every month you should have at least 2 jerky shippers somewhere in the store. You know, if jerky to be near produce, or there's snacking, natural snacking with vegetables and fruits, you want to have a jerky there too. And of course, some cool items, some cool new items. You got Care Water. You want to visit their booth. They've got an actual compostable bottle of water. So when you drink the water, you can actually compost the bottle in your actual backyard compost. It takes 6 months to break down, but you can compost it. So that's a great advent. And of course, you know, a scale category is an aisle alternative milk sets like almond milk and soy milks. That's been dead for a while now, but you got a new item, Banana Wave. That's bananas and oatmeal mixed together that is just flying off the shelves anywhere they get located. And we had one of the first ones to be able to carry that item. So you definitely want to visit that booth as well.
And Jared, I am definitely one of those customers that are out there looking for mixers. It seems like every time I'm at the store, they don't have what I'm looking for. What are some of the other trends that you're seeing across the industry? How is the show progressing?
So one great trend is at-home baking. You know, because of all the restaurants closing, obviously, you've got a lot of people doing at-home baking. So your spice sets, really get with McCormick, go to the booth, their contact there, and they have money to be able to help you realign what you've got going on for baking. So if spices are in, of course, salt is out, sugars are out, and the big macro trends of the country, spices are in. So you've got a lot of third world spices that are coming about. You've got different types of spices that are coming from alternate places in the world, and McCormick has quite a few of those on tap to be able to do some promotions against them. So that's really a big one. Of course, keto and plant-based. Keto, anywhere you go right now, keto is becoming huge simply because of the science. And the science behind keto is showing that it works really, really well. So two things driving that, behind that science, is that, you know, not only are you cutting down the sugar, they found out if you cut down your sugar content, you're also helping blood pressure. So 1 in 5 people have high blood pressure, pre-hypertension at least. And if you cut out your sugars, you help your blood pressure. So doctors are now recommending the keto diet because of blood sugar, dropping your blood sugar and being able to drop through into ketosis. That right there is going to be able to drive your blood pressure down. So those types of things are what's create those macro trends. And then plant-based, I mean, everywhere plant-based, is that you have another subset of the country that is looking at their health, looking at the healthy eating, and plant-based is driving that because it offers this, an entire vegan, vegetarian diet that can be able to help your overall health. Of course, living longer, really driving behind that. So those are another big piece of doing that.
And that leads us directly into the Choose Wellness program. Karen and I talked a little bit about this earlier in the show, but Jennifer, could you tell us more about the Choose Wellness program?
Sure. The Choose Wellness program is a free in-store and online wellness program for all of our AWG and VMC members. And it's a team of health professionals and industry professionals that put this program together so that our retailers can also be competitive in the wellness arena that is really a fast-growing space within retailers and supermarkets and mass market. The program includes in-store signage, online and social media marketing, and educational resources for the retailers to use. The great thing about the program is that it's free for all of them. Every aspect of the program is free. We do keep it a live program with different monthly events and programming that the retailers can use so that they can stay up with current trends in health and wellness and offer their customers different things throughout the store.
Yeah, just in case everyone didn't hear you say that a couple of times, I just want to reiterate again that the Choose Wellness program is free. And I think that everybody should be very interested in it right now, given what's going on in the world and how interested your customers are going to be in. Jennifer, can you tell us about a few major trends that are going on in your categories that members should be aware of, beyond simply just staying healthy?
Sure. One of the big trends that we've seen over the past few months is baking. Thank you to COVID, most people are doing much more in-house baking And also Pinterest has boomed with new baking recipes and ideas. So that has helped the category grow up to over 208% since June. So with everyone still baking at home and entering into the fourth quarter, which is traditionally a good baking season, we have a lot of great deals in the show to help our retailers meet those needs. Especially in the WOW program, we have Red Star Yeast, King Arthur Flour, Bob's Red Mill Honor Flour, and Girlie's Nuts and Baking Bark. So those are some really top-selling items that our retailers will want to make sure they take advantage of during the show.
Awesome. Jennifer, Jared, thanks for joining me today. And I hope that everybody checks out your categories during the show. James, how has the economy impacted sales in dollar and value channel? And what are some of the things the VMC does to help members when value becomes more and more important?
Yeah, so some things we've seen based on the economy and how things have been a little tough for everybody lately is more and more shoppers are definitely looking for a value item. They're looking for a dollar item. They're looking for something that's a little bit cheaper. You know, there's a lot of uncertainty in a lot of families' economic situations going on right now. So it's very important that a lot of our stores that are competing with Dollar Generals, Family Trees, or Dollar Trees and Family Dollars have those kinds of sections that our retailers can allow the customers to shop and keep them in their stores rather than going to those other retailers to get those values. So it's something that we find very important.
And what are a couple of the things in the show that really drive that point that we don't want our members to miss?
Yeah, so we're trying to offer a lot of pallet deals right now. We find it very easy for our retailers to bring in maybe a pallet or a display. And even if you don't have a full section related to the dollar value program, you can bring in a pallet or a display and just drop it in your store, make it shoppable. All the displays are packed and ready to go. So it's easy and convenient for our retailers to bring those in and just lay them on your floor and have the signs with the values for them. A couple of the pallets that I really want to point out are the Loretta mac and cheese pallet. We also have a Delta pallet that will offer some food storage and bag and wrap as well. And we also have a Tampico 32-ounce pallet that has an incredible deal for 59 cents per bottle that all these items can be retailed at for $1.
Well, that sounds like a lot of really great deals. I know that there are just tons of deals up and down the show, and people definitely need to check them out. Thanks for joining me today, James. Next up, I'm joined with Category Manager, General Merchandise, and Diana Talley is back, Category Manager, General Merchandise and Innovation. Brian, what are some of the top show highlights for spring, summer, seasonal, and everyday general merchandise offers?
Well, this year we have probably our most exciting VMC program ever offered through our summer 2021 seasonal program, featuring many new vendors, programs, and items with over 400 new items this year. The programs include an expanded outdoor living assortment offering more grills, fashion market umbrellas, and indoor and outdoor decor. 20% of all the seasonal sales this year will come from our buy down promotional program. We have 30 items this year, or groups of items, at hot, exciting costs to drive sales and margin for our members. Some of these items are offering our market umbrellas, grills, a lot of exciting information there. These are a must-see offering at our show. Besides some of the ice items, we have expanded selection from Gerson and Far East. These vendors are bringing to the program increased assortment in indoor and outdoor decor, resin wicker furniture and casual seating, fashion 9-foot market umbrellas, as well as barrel grills and fire pits. This is a must-see for everybody is our summer promotional buy-down items as they account for approximately 20% of the sales from this program.
Great point out, Brian. Just like you mentioned, please don't forget about the promotional buy downs. You got even outdoor games that are $9.99. That's 15% when everybody's outside with their family. I also, key thing at the summer catalog, point out the end caps that are offered in the summer program. The one end cap I would like to make sure that you guys don't miss is the patriotic end cap. 2021 will be the Olympics, and it's a 20-year anniversary for 9/11. Just want to make sure that we don't miss. There's going to be more decorating on your patriotic here than ever before.
Okay. I'm just going to cover a few points now on some basic GM show highlights. We have over 20 great items at incredible cost as part of our WOW program. You can choose from mops and brooms from Libman and O'Cedar, key handy foil displays, batteries from Energizer, Duracell, and more. All these categories are actually currently growing at an exceptional rate right now with so many people working from home. Just some statistics here. For instance, air care is currently running up 117%, batteries plus 24%, air care plus 31%, coffee filters, cake decor, all up 22%, and candles up 31%. You can see some of these categories that you may not expect to be up so much, but with all the people working from home, all the general merchandise categories are really doing well. Thank you.
And so, Diana, what are some of the trends that we're seeing across this category and industry?
Well, a lot of trends going on with more people at home and more family time. The COVID crisis has people spending more time, like I just mentioned, at home, from cooking, entertaining, and playing. More families set time together now for dinner and a game night. So more trends are now back to the old days where all families sitting at the dinner table and having a family night together.
Awesome. I know we asked you about a couple of things that you don't want to miss when it came to beauty and personal care, but how about general merchandise? Is there anything that you want to make sure that our members see?
Thank you. Just want to make sure that we don't miss out regarding the GM Reimagine Incremental End Cap program. From the last show, we only showed a couple end caps. This program allows you to have a monthly end cap in your store to catch eye of your shopper. These items are in and out products, higher end merchandise, and the target of the market, from your women to children to millennials to impulse buys, additional sales to your store, and that would bring you over 40% profit. Also on these items, don't forget you could always add those to your digital, so on your website, on your app. A lot of people are now buying on your app, and you have more consumers now buying on your online. So make sure we're not missing any of the type of categories. What we offer too on the GM, we have everything from offers from starting from October 20th all the way to April. You can see all those months in ahead. And what we're doing is we will also offer those end caps in our monthly communication. So another key out, please make sure we're looking at our monthly communications, not just with the end caps and other categories, opportunities, but additional more GMs that we are offering on those monthly communications. I want to make sure out of the GM, the category for the show book, I just want to make sure we're not missing out from the new item showcase that we have Yankee candles that you can make 47% profit. We have the new Mattel toy items that you can make 45% profit. And in the show book, the Mattel Jurassic floor display. It will be in theaters on June 11, 2021. And it's the 50th anniversary on the Uno. So there's a floor display on that.
I don't know about you all, but after hearing from those category managers, I'm even more excited for the show. If you haven't registered yet, awgshows.com. That's where you go, register, click on the Fall VMC 2020 show. Then you're going to be able to find all of the deals that we've been talking about. Everyone has seen a spike in customers in the last few months. We've gotten them away from the national stores, the big boxes. We've gotten them away from the Aldi's and the dollar stores as well. Let's keep them in our stores, and these deals are going to be what does it. We have a great selection of deals from our vendors that your customers are going to be looking for, and that's what's going to keep them in your stores. I said before that we were going to have some prizes to announce. For whoever visits the most vendors and amasses the most points, we have a Microsoft Surface That's certainly nothing to sneeze at. That sounds like a great prize. I would be trying to get all of the information that I could. Get that can be useful for you personally. It can be useful in your store. Second place, we have a $300 gift card, Visa card, and for third place, a $100 gift card. So we have some really great prizes. Check out the vendors. You have until August 21st. That's how long the show lasts. That's when the prizes will be handed out. That's also how long you have to get your orders in. So prizes are great. Orders are more important. That's what we're here to do. We're trying to get you product so you can sell it to your customers and keep your business going. Again, go to awgshows.com, get registered, click on VMC Show Fall 2020. You'll find all of these great deals. You have until August 21st to get your orders in. Thank you to everyone that stopped by the show. Thank you all for watching. Definitely go and check it out. Again, awgshows.com. Get registered and get to selling. I'm sure that I'll be back to it for a new show. We're going to be doing a lot of these virtual shows coming up, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you again. So for VMC Fall 2020, this has been Sean Kassednar.